don't get what I want, I get what I need. Every single day I'm heading off to my dream, and I get everything that I damn well please. I don't give a damn if you all listening to me, cause I run it. I'm the only one that really want it, I'm the only one that's really on it. I'm just being honest, I'm just doing everything I promise, cause I want it bad enough that I'ma make it as an artist. And I know I'm not the smartest, and I know I'm not the largest, but I promise you that I'ma be the one that worked the hardest. Cause I promise you that I'm just getting started, and I promise you that my skills are getting sharper. So I'ma get charted, can't be guarded. Nah, I'm the one to get retarded, get the party started.
Hey guys, I'm working the part. It's like, we're really doing this again. You guys know that 58.9% of you aren't subscribed. Like, what's going on? It's so easy. And look, here's a clip right now if you don't believe me. Anyway, there's going to be a clip the entire part probably. But anyway, you guys are going to have 5 seconds to like, subscribe, and comment down below, done it. If you comment down below, like, subscribe in that 5 seconds, or you have bad luck for the rest of your life. Other than that, I hope you guys do enjoy the video, and yeah, let's get into it. Hey guys, and welcome to part 6 of what Naruto made a deal with the devil. Oh sorry, I got distracted. Anyway, we left off an interesting part last time, and I know this Whatif's come back, yay. But, before that, like off the next part's 100 likes. I've amped it up. And I'm going to do something a bit different in this Whatif. I haven't done it in a long time. This is from the original Whatifs I've done this. But yes, let's do it anyway. Last time we left off, it was Naruto sealed Orochimaru, but he also injected himself with a weird substance that made his eyes, that had the highest ranked angels in it, demons in it, a weird energy in it from beasts and everything. And when Naruto took it, a weird energy appeared inside him. His eyes flashed purple, maybe even whitish, and then it faded. Then we go to Naruto versus Gaara. The fight just began when we left off. Let's jump into it. Gaara lunges towards Naruto in rage, riding his sand. Naruto just laughs. He appears in front of Gaara, stamping his sand out. Gaara's shocked. He's like, my sand? It's meant to be unbreakable. The perfect defense. And Naruto goes to punch Gaara, but the sand blocks it. Naruto twists his fist and sends a shockwave through the sand, hitting Gaara. Gaara comes flying out of his own sand. Everyone's shocked. The perfect defense of Gaara of the sand just got broken easily. And then he goes to punch it again. The sand goes to block it, but Naruto breaks through the sand with a single punch. Then he says, that's 2 ways to break through your sand, Gaara. Let me show you the 3rd. Naruto increases his speed and starts moving faster than the sand can keep up. Gaara's enraged. His perfect defense, his ultimate weapon, has been beaten at the start so easily, and not even one way. And then Gaara remembers that Naruto could also break through using his black orb. And then he gets angry. The demonic power from his emotions starts showing as Gaara's body starts changing, getting more muscular, his sand getting a darker reddish colour. And unlike they're scared of Shugaku's rampage, this is what they're normally scared of. He launches the sand at Naruto. Naruto could sense the demonic energy in it and says, you want to play with demonic energy, huh? Let me show you the original. He coats his hand in his own energy and slams it into the sand, cancelling out the sand and destroying it, hitting Gaara. Everyone's shocked. They thought Naruto was over, but he's overpowered Gaara yet again. Fangs appear on Gaara's mouth as he's more going into it. Shugaku's energy is mixing with his eyes go to a red with a yellow with a symbol in Shugaku's eye, and then it fades to red. And he lunges towards Naruto at speed. He hits Naruto. Naruto blocks it against it flying. And he's starting to get annoyed. He runs at Gaara and then drops to the floor. The countdown begins. I'm going to say there's a countdown of 10, but let's go to Naruto in his mind. He wakes up in his mind and he's like, what's going on? Lucifer said, just let it happen, Naruto. You're evolving. Well, Naruto says, what? Then suddenly he feels extreme pain. Memories are flooding through his mind from battles, from angels. And he just sees weird stuff. The origin of time, the creation of everything. And he falls to the floor. He looks at a puddle. He sees his eyes are purplish. And his insane, since he's like knows everything, his intelligence says this is an evolved version of the Rinnegan where he can turn it off and activate it when he wants, and instead of getting such a huge detail, it's only his normal eyes go purplish. And it doesn't have all lines on it, so Naruto has an evolved version of the Rinnegan that comes with their own unique abilities. But then they go from this purplish colour back to its original red to a sudden bluish white, and Lucifer laughs. Yes, perfect. Just as you awaken perfectly for the demonic side, you awaken with your angelic side as well. You see, you injected some of the purest angel genes into yourself, meaning you're angelic now. And just as you had a perfect awakening with me, same with your other powers. Normally it would just be a little flash and then you'd have to work on the powers. Now they're fully awakened. Naruto feels different. And then his other eye, one of his other eyes go back to a purplish colour. And he's like, my powers are mixed. Lucifer is shocked. He expected to take a little bit of time, but no, Naruto's already mixed his powers together. And that's what Naruto's pupils that remain black go red. Lucifer, something changes in Lucifer. His more power goes into Naruto. Naruto's perfectly mixed all three powers. One eye purple with red in the center, one eye whitish blue with red in the center. They fade back to red. Naruto can hear the countdowns on 4. Time's much slower here. And he's like, sweet. He goes to leave until he gets dragged out of his own mind again into another plane, another dimension. And there's an old man there with purple eyes, a red circle on his forehead floating. And Naruto, with his, of course, infinite intelligence, says, so you're the sage of the 6th pass, huh? Came to see me again? And Hagoromo senses that Naruto is no longer his son, in reincarnation at least. And he says to him, where's Ashura, where's Indra? Because Naruto was both. He had a mixture of both in him. And Naruto says, Lucifer appears. Hagoromo is shocked. You can even travel to this dimension? And it gets explained. Lucifer says, well, as Naruto became more powerful, the Ashura and Indra in him became a hindrance instead of a help. In any person, that would make them far more powerful. For Naruto, it was making him weaker. So I just took the Otsuki part of them and replaced the actual souls with me. So Naruto could access my power more freely. Hagoromo says, so you aren't my son? And Lucifer says, no, actually, the cycle of your son will only be continued after Naruto says so. He will release their souls soon. They will repeat and find new hosts. And Naruto says, okay, I'm going back to win this fight. Hagoromo realizing now that Naruto isn't his reincarnation of his son anymore, he can't let Naruto leave. And he goes to grab Naruto and says, no, I will not let you leave. And the hand that he went to grab Naruto with just explodes. Hagoromo, being in not even a physical body, can still feel this pain. He's like, what the? And he looks at Naruto's eyes. They're purplish. Naruto used one of his new abilities. He puts up like a weird energy around him that destroys anything it touches. And he says, don't ever try to touch me or tell me what to do. I am far above your league. And one more thing and I will destroy you. I don't care who you are. And Hagoromo knows that Naruto could actually destroy him. And he clicks his fingers and Hagoromo gets pushed out of his own dimension and Naruto goes back to the fight. He's on the count of 8. He gets back up. Everyone's wondering what's happening. And then they feel the weird energy coming from Naruto. Gaara's like, what is this? Then he sees Lucifer and says, no, it's you. Lucifer says to Gaara,
it's time, Gaara. We're gonna get that energy you thought was yours back.
And Naruto lunges Gaara with his eyes being whitish blue. He punches Gaara, breaking through his demonic shield. That Gaara has a weaker version of Naruto's, punching Gaara hard in the face. For some reason, the mere touch of Naruto is burning Gaara. And Lucifer explains it as,
since you're angelic, your touch to lower class demons as Gaara himself is quite painful.
And so Naruto just grabs Gaara's face and starts burning it. Everyone's shocked. And he says to Gaara, I'm taking back that energy, like it or not. He chucks Gaara, like, makes him float. And Lucifer says, thanks to your newfound power, if you mix them all again, you basically have control over everything. Time itself. You're stronger than me, technically, with your abilities. And you can, of course, absorb the power of others. Naruto's eyes go they're whitish, purple, and red, red in the centre. His hand glows, and he slams Gaara's chest. His hand seems to go through it, but he doesn't come out the other side. He pulls out a huge amount of demonic energy that was sealed away. And Naruto says, Lucifer, this is basically another part of you. He says, I know. Naruto absorbs it, and the red glow in his eyes got even stronger. Naruto is now a full-fledged ruler of hell. He was only missing a tiny bit of his power. Lucifer's fully formed again, which means Naruto gained access to one more ability. And then Gaara, not being a psychopath anymore, says, help. He passes out and Shugaku starts taking over. He starts laughing his crazy laugh until he senses Kurama inside Naruto. Naruto grabs Shugaku's face, because he's still in the humanoid form, but he's in full control, and he grabs it and knees it. It breaks apart into sand, but Naruto forces it to heal, and he starts beating Shugaku around, until Shugaku begs, and Naruto just says, should I let you live? I think I will, but I'm just gonna make sure you hurt. A seal appears on Naruto's hands as he slams it into the Shugaku Gaara, and it makes the Shugaku side of Gaara start cracking, and Shugaku screaming. Shugaku goes back inside Gaara, like loses control of him. Gaara comes back, and Naruto attacks the seal of Shugaku. He tells Gaara to give up, but Naruto realizes Gaara still has his sand, and he uses it. But Naruto just hits it away, and he says, fine then. Naruto brings up his chain and hits Gaara around the face. It cracks his skull, fractures his neck and a part of his spine, and Gaara falls unconscious. Everyone's cheering for Naruto, and Naruto's happy with it. Let's go on to the next fight, which is Sasuke versus Naruto. Sasuke knows not to mess around from the start, and he puts on his Sharingan. Naruto mentions to Sasuke that he's different now. He's practically millions times stronger than before. Sasuke confused. One thing Naruto doesn't really do is lie. And he's like, how? Naruto flashes his perfect eyes when they're all mixed, and Sasuke's shocked and says, what is that? And Naruto says, well, I awaken more powers. Let's just fight. They start off with Sasuke launching a fireball at Naruto, but Naruto just swipes it away. A weird energy hits it away, like that came out of Naruto. Sasuke's shocked. He launches more, and Naruto freezes them using his telekinesis and just walks through them, and then they continue and blow up behind him. Everyone's shocked at how powerful Naruto is. And he's like, Sasuke, you're going to continue wasting your chakra like that? And then Naruto launches his own fireball at Sasuke. It's far bigger than Sasuke, it's about 3 times larger. And Sasuke barely dodges until it flies up in the air and spins back down, slamming into Sasuke's back, exploding, sending him flying into a wall. Sasuke gets up as his Sharingan have more of a reddish glow. And Naruto activates his purple eyes, testing out their abilities. Sasuke tries to get some space until Naruto drags him towards him and punches him, and he flies back. But since his Rinnegan are evolved version, there's no cooldown on any ability. And he drags him back and starts beating Sasuke. And he deactivates his eyes, going back to red. He realises he went a bit far, and his eyes go the whitish blue, and he shoots a beam at Sasuke, healing him. Sasuke's like, what? How am I stronger than before? And Naruto says, oh, it gave you a slight strength boost. It will stay permanent. Sasuke runs at the floor and flies past Naruto. He's like, a slight? I'm nearly 5 times faster than before. And Naruto says, yep, and you're about 10 times stronger. Sasuke punches the wall and it all like cracks all around. He says, thanks, Naruto. And they start fighting. Naruto's just keeping up with Sasuke, like staying at his level. And Sasuke thinks he might have caught up to Naruto, till Naruto laughs. And puts one hand behind his back, and he's still keeping up with Sasuke, even hitting Sasuke, and Sasuke hasn't landed one hit yet. And then he just puts everything behind his back, and Sasuke's still hits are getting blocked, and he keeps on getting hit. He's like, what is this? The new ability of Naruto's evolved Rinnegan is that even when his eyes aren't active, Naruto has an infinite amount of invisible arms. And he loves it, and they're always stronger, if not stronger than him. His normal punches, so he doesn't even need to fight anymore, his arms do it for him. He deactivates this a bit, he makes sure his arms stop fighting for a second, and he's only going to use them to block, etc. And he tells Sasuke, okay, I'm kind of getting bored now. This is where Sasuke surprises Naruto. He makes a Chidori using all his chakra left, and he dives towards Naruto. With his sudden speed and strength, the Chidori is a lot stronger. And he thinks that he actually has a chance to beat Naruto as long as he gets this perfect strike. So with all the chakra he has left, he puts it into a Sharingan. He only saves a bit for him to stay alive. And with his perfect accuracy now, thanks to his Sharingan and his Chidori, he cannot miss. And he already knows if he kills Naruto, he'll just heal anyway, so it don't matter. He goes for the kill. Naruto's perfect eyes, I'm going to say his perfect eyes are when he goes his white, purplish and red eyes. Naruto's perfect eyes activate. And he dives towards Chidori. Sasuke's shocked. He didn't expect this. And Naruto just captures Chidori with his bare hands. No burns or anything. And he says, try again, Sasuke. He's absorbing the Chidori, restoring Sasuke's chakra at the same time, sending him flying. Sasuke knew this was his last resort, and he decides to do it. His hands get coated in fire. He's using his fire nature, and the same that they discovered last time when they can launch a huge amount of fire but it drains their chakra. He does it. And Naruto was excited for it. Still in his perfect eyes, he puts his hands up, and the fire stops in its place. Sasuke's still pouring it out, and it's building up and up and up. He's shocked that Naruto ain't able to hold his power back. Everyone's confused on what's going on. And Naruto pushes one of his hands forwards, and the blast that Sasuke has shot is getting pushed back towards him. And it's to the point where it's just a few centimeters away from Sasuke's hand as fire still pouring out. He's wondering why he ain't out of chakra yet until he sees a weird chain connected to him, and it's pouring chakra into him. And he sees this is coming from Naruto. He's like, so you want me to fight back, huh? And he slowly realises he basically has infinite chakra now, so he uses as much as possible. And his fire suddenly gets stronger and starts pushing back against Naruto. And Naruto says to himself, he figured out how I'm landed in power. Let's get a bit stronger then. Naruto's eyes glow a bit more as the fire, instead of going towards him, starts going back to Sasuke. And then Sasuke's like, oh, god damn it! And Hagoromo appears around Sasuke. Naruto sees it and wonders what's happening. He touches Sasuke's shoulder, and one of Sasuke's eyes glowed purple for a split second but fade. It was a pure Rinnegan, the one that Hagoromo has, not an evolved version. And with this sudden power boost that only lasts about a minute, the amount of power getting poured out of Sasuke increases a lot, millions of times, and Naruto nearly gets hit by the blast until he uses more power. He's keeping it back at bay, and he's pretending like he's struggling. Sasuke's shocked where this power comes from, but he isn't going to question it. His chakra reserve, like his limit that he can hold, has went up a lot, so he sucks up more chakra, and as he uses as much as he can, the flames go bluish. They got a lot hotter. Now it's just like, you call them flames, huh? He pushes the blast back for a split second, freezes it, and then unfreezes it as it flies towards him. And black flames surround Naruto's hand, and he does the same thing that Sasuke's doing. The thing they discovered last time that Naruto basically invented, and he does it with black flames. It basically, the blackish red flame, it eats up Sasuke's flames and burns Sasuke badly. And Naruto gets declared the winner of the Chunin exams. Okay guys, I hope you did enjoy. If you did, make sure you share with your friends, family, hit the like goal, get me the 10k before September, become a member. And yeah, check out down below my Instagram, my second channel. Get me the 1k followers on Instagram. And check out the intro guy, the thumbnail guy. And yeah, other than that, peace out guys, bye.